From the CDC showing 1,900 breakthrough cases where people have been hospitalized or have died from COVID after they were fully vaccinated.
Yeah, this is concerning for a lot of people. The agency insisting these cases are rare when you consider more than 126 million people across the United States are considered to be fully vaccinated as of today. That means those breakthrough cases account for fewer than 1 in 64,000 vaccinated people. But the CDC also admits breakthrough cases are also likely underreported.